As Israel presses its military offensive across Gaza, the army has been repeatedly advising some 2 million civilians to move to a humanitarian zone that's actually smaller than London's Heathrow Airport. Israel's bombardment of Gaza is narrowing the window for a new truce. This is what the Qatari Prime Minister has revealed, further adding that they would continue its efforts to pressure both sides into a ceasefire. But the death toll in Gaza is nearing 18,000 Palestinians, with about 50,000 injured since the start of the war on the 7th of October, according to the Gaza Health Ministry, which said the toll no longer includes the new casualties in the north, where hospitals have all been closed down or those buried under the rubble. The ministry is run by Hamas, which has been a cause of skepticism over its data, but a study in the medical journal The Lancet found no evidence that it had inflated mortality reporting. Meanwhile, the UN General Assembly, which comprises the 193 member states, is likely to vote on a draft resolution calling for an immediate humanitarian ceasefire in the ongoing Israel-Gaza war on Tuesday. The potential vote will follow the US's veto of the UAE-led UN Security Council resolution that called for a ceasefire in Gaza on Friday last week. But the Biden administration's support for Israel's war in Gaza has come under intensified scrutiny after it revealed it had bypassed Congress to supply tank shells and was reported not to be carrying out continual assessments of whether Israel was committing possible war crimes. The new details on the lengths the administration has gone to arm Israel in its Gaza campaign are likely to draw fresh criticism from US allies in the region and also progressive voters on whose votes Biden could depend to win re-election next year. The Washington Post cited unnamed officials as admitting that in Israel's case, the US was not following guidelines that Biden himself had established in February, requiring all arms transfers to foreign governments be subject to rigorous examination of the recipient's record on the Geneva Conventions and other global norms for conducting warfare. Meanwhile, Gaza's health system is on its knees and collapsing. This is what the World Health Organization has warned, with only 14 of 36 hospitals functioning at any capacity as we speak. But the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has called on Hamas to lay down their arms and surrender now. In his latest address, the Israeli Prime Minister has said the war is still ongoing, but it is the beginning of the end of Hamas.
בימים האחרונים עשרות מחבלי חמאס נכנעים בפני כוחותינו. הם מניחים את נשקם, הם מוסרים את עצמם לידי לוחמינו הגיבורים. זה ייקח עוד זמן, המלחמה בעיצומה, אבל זה תחילת הסוף של חמאס. ואני אומר למחבלי חמאס, זה נגמר. אל תמותו בשביל סינואר. תיכנו עכשיו.